This is episode 4 of season 3, a solo episode with me, Tiffany Hinton. And today we're talking about the energy of the year and kind of where we're sitting and a couple of different practices you can do coming off of the full moon on February 24th. So, hello, it's Tiffany, and welcome back to Cultivating Guts, a podcast where we discuss gardening, homesteading, living fully, and following our intuition. I'm so excited to be back with you guys. I had a lot of downtime over the last few weeks. I caught the influenza B virus, and it gave me a lot of insightful moments, some ideas, some topics to discuss with you, and so much more. And so on today's podcast, we are actually also simultaneously video recording. Hello. Nice to see you. If you want to check out the video podcast, you can check it out on Spotify or on YouTube. And as always, our audio podcast is available on all podcasting platforms where available. So, and there's still a little bit of construction happening if you hear any demo or tools in the background. So, almost done. I think we're about 2 weeks away from our project being complete. All right. So this episode, I want to dive into kind of the energy following the full moon on the 24th. So we'll dive in there, some different practices, some of my thoughts. I was just interviewed for another podcast that'll be coming out soon with Megan Holly, and we had some deep conversation and some things hit, and I'm like, dang, I need to jump on my own podcast and share some mic drops with you, right? So before we head into the show, I'd love if you could subscribe, rate, and review the Cultivating Guts podcast. Send me a screenshot of your review to Tiffany at cultivatingguts.com, and I'll send you our free garden planner course. Also, if you're listening, screenshot your favorite part and share it on Instagram. Tag me at I am Tiffany Hinton. I love reposting. I love sharing stories, especially when I wake up in the morning. I love sharing a bunch of stuff to my stories and Instagram. I'm excited to hear what you think of today's episode. I'm so grateful for you and all of our amazing listeners for helping us grow the podcast. I mean, season 3, this is awesome, and sharing it with more people. So with that, I think we're going to jump right into the show. Okay, so that being said, I didn't even splice this. We're just going right into the show. The full moon this month, and I've done a lot of research because I'm getting ready to host a full moon circle tonight on the homestead, and we're going to do a sound bath, and I've got Himalayan bowls and singing bowls and the gong set up and the drum, and oh my goodness, I've been like cleaning energy and I vacuumed, and I'm so excited for this. Normally I host a new moon circle, and it's all about manifesting and creation and creating, new moon wishes, creating intentions, creating new energy. And then we always create a medicinal product, right? Or a take home. It's a witchcraft, basically, whether it's elderberry oil and syrup, or it's honey cough syrup we've made in the past, or we've made our own tea, or we did dried basil spice, or we've done all kinds of stuff over the last year. But with the full moon, it is not creation energy, right? The full moon is destruction and release energy. It's the dark, which is crazy because actually, like, the new moon is dark outside, but the full moon is like the shadow for me, the shadow work, the dark side of stuff to work with and to kind of like just move through and let it go, to get ready and preparation for the creation energy of the new moon. And that's how I think about it, which is also very interesting when we look back in history. Nowadays, in probably the last 200 years, death is associated with black. Mourning clothes are dark and black. But if you go back 1,500 years, 1,000 years, 800 years, death was associated with white, and birth was associated with black. And so somehow that got reversed. But pagan culture, right? You dance at the full moon when the full moon is bright and white, but everything is kind of being let go and surrendered. So death is associated with white, which is very, very interesting when you start to look at other different world religions and practices and different things happening. So that is very cool. Okay, so I have done some studying. I've done a lot of research. I've actually had out like astrology charts and all kinds of stuff. But let's talk about the full moon and kind of the energy coming off this full moon or going into this full moon. I don't want to repeat necessarily exactly what you might find on another podcast. So this is my take on it, my version, after taking some other course work and doing some in-depth stuff. So yes, it is considered the snow moon, which is also interesting because they're predicting snow tonight, but it symbolizes that the February full moon, the snow moon, is that there is still snow. It's not the flower moon. It is still a reminder to the Native Americans and to those of us that name the moons that it is still a time for snow. Snow is not over, right? So it is a snow moon. It is a moon that is in Virgo, and Virgo is this energy of organization and this energy of everything has a place. It can be a little bit of a perfectionist sometimes as well. But Virgo's also earth, right? And Virgo is that deep grounding organization. The full moon is uh, in the sun sign of Pisces. So we're in the Pisces month from astrology. And Pisces is our soul, our spirit, our like deep, right? Pisces is for many of us, I think it's a water sign if I'm not mistaken. And so it can be a little bit of an emotional time. And so when you think about organization in the emotional space or in that like spiritual space, there's a lot to really dive into there. And then we combine that with a full moon, and it's not just about organizing, but it's also about releasing, surrendering, letting go as you organize. So, what are you decluttering? And if you take the decluttering into the Pisces space, what are you decluttering in that area of spirituality, emotions, subconsciousness? I'm going to look at this little cheat sheet. I love that my new planner for this year has like super astrology cheats, which is so cool. Let me pull this. I've been looking at it on and off. Okay, so this is, if you're on the video, this is my wonderful planner. If you're not on the video, the planner that I have this year, if you're interested, is 2024 astrology planner. I'm trying to see who made it, if it's going to tell us or not. It's produced by themagicofeye.com. Anyway, okay, so let's look at this for a second. Pisces, it's to dream, to believe is kind of keywords there. It's mystic, it's the idealistic, the poet, the dreamer. And it is the water sign. So when you get into that, and then you look at Virgo, which is where the full moon is right now, it's in Virgo and the sun is in Pisces. Virgo is about balance. It's about relationships, no, I'm on the wrong one. Virgo is about analyzing. Sorry, I was reading about Libra. Virgo is about analyzing, perfectionist, serving, and analytical. Virgo, again, earth sign. So we start to think about these energies and everything that's kind of coming up, no matter who I go out and look at or where I think about this myself, this is the month to really look at yourself. Look at your daily routine, your sadhana, your morning rituals, your evening routines, your health, your diet. Like, look at yourself and what needs to go. A lot of times under the full moon, they'll ask you as well, are there any beliefs that have changed? Are there any core beliefs that are different? Do you have any different values? And so you can even think about that when you look at yourself. Is there anything that you believed about yourself that's not true? It's bullshit. Like, I'm fat, or I'm always bloated, or I'm short, or I have small boobs, or I don't know. There's things that women complain about all the time. And most of those are bullshit. The other thing you could think about is like, and when I was on Megan's podcast, it totally took a different spin than we thought it was, because I think part of it is that Mercury right now is in this communication area and it's moved into Aquarius, and it's just like, it's all about having this voice and communicating, but communicating soul deep, communicating from the soul, communicating with depth. And for myself, I took an astrology course yesterday for an hour and a half, and I've been looking at like my north nodes and my south nodes, which don't want to go there right now, but definitely like mystic oracle, which has always been told to me anyway, past life and future life is more of that. So when we think about in your life, right? Your life with this full moon energy, which will last the next, say it'll last a week. You have about a week, give or take, 5 to 7 days to kind of grasp this energy and use it. Yes, you can go declutter your house. You can go clean up spaces. That's always great. You can clean out your closet. But what you really want to focus on for Virgo, knowing where it is in Pisces, is what is in your emotional belief system about yourself, about your diet, about your exercise, about you, the person. That is just crap. And you got to get rid of it. And you got to throw it out. Or you got to burn it up. And I would say burn it up. And so tonight, when we do the full moon ritual, and I have the circle coming in the container, I'm going to light the fireplace. I got the fireplace all set up. I've got the singing bowl set up. And we are just going to burn that stuff. That is bullshit. We're going to let it go and release it and like be gone with it because it is not who we are. And so I'd ask you that on your own. What just needs to go because it's not true? Maybe it's the fact that you are thinking that, I don't even know. Like, I don't even want to put anything out there. I want you to think about it for yourself. What is out there that's just not working for your life right now? What's out there that just needs to go? For myself, this is the week I restarted my morning meditation and kriyas, and I'm loving it. I started a juice cleanse, and most of the time I would start a juice cleanse on a new moon, but I was like, no, I need to let go of some stuff. So I'm going to start this 7-day juice cleanse. I need to let go of the after effects of this influenza I had. I need to let go of things in my body. I actually ordered proteolytic enzymes that work at night. You take them on an empty stomach intentionally so they clean up the blood, and I just let that stuff go. I cleaned out my closet again. I love cleaning out my closet, my dresser, because there's things there that self-image, nah, not me. Gotta go. Get it out. Somebody else, it will fit them in their time and where they're at in their life right now. But for me, it's gone. But yeah, ask yourself those things. And if it helps to put them on a piece of paper, you can always I always like the 2-column effect. One column is what's serving me and the other column is what's not serving me. And then kind of give yourself categories of like your health, your lifestyle or your life, your spiritualism, your diet, your movement or exercise routines. Maybe that spin class ain't working for you anymore and it's got to go. And you're going to start some Pilates or a yoga or a hot yoga, or you're going to take up a marathon, or you're going to go climb a damn mountain. I don't know. But like, now's the time to reflect on that stuff. Which reminds me, I got to get out paper in case anybody doesn't bring a journal tonight. Oh my gosh, I have chills. That's the energy we're sitting in, guys. It's powerful right now. It is so powerful. So powerful. Take the time. Stay up late if you want. Get up early in the morning. Create the space on purpose, as I said on the other, on purpose to do the work, to know what you have to let go. All right. I know that's a lot, right? A lot. But it is powerful. I'm going to get this produced and I'm going to get this posted because you guys need this message. It's so important. And we're going to close out this podcast and it's going to be super fun. So, again, share this with somebody who needs the same message. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode. Share with me what your favorite part was. Where was the mic drop for you? The whole like, oh God moment. Ask me any questions. I'm here for you. I'm excited to see your benefits. I'm excited to hear what you're changing in this full moon energy. Satnam. Love you guys. So if you love this episode, remember to share it with all your friends. Send it to anyone who may love this inspiration and information that we shared. To get my newest book, it's an ebook and it's totally free. Biodynamic Moon Gardening. Visit our website and download it for free. www.cultivatingguts.com. And my gift for you for being a listener of the podcast is that ebook. So go pick it up. I also want to let you know we have March live events on the calendar. So we will have a new moon circle March 10th during the afternoon. I believe that's on a Sunday. It's at 2 p.m. Um, Little Witches Moon Garden Club, they are planting seeds in March. I have all the seeds here. And we're Sunday, March 17th in the afternoon there as well. So if you're interested in either of those, or you just need a garden consult because you're like, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to grow my vegetables. I want to learn more about biodynamic gardening. What the hell is that? Hop over to cultivatingguts.com. You can sign up for a consult. You can check out our 2 next live events in March. And I will also say, if you want to be a guest on this podcast, please reach out to me. Instagram, email, any of it will work. I would love if it is energetically aligned to have you on the podcast as a guest. That would be so fun. Oh my goodness. All right. With that, have a wonderful day. Sat now.